Murder is our biggest caseload that we get. Our second biggest customer is robbery. Trying to help make a case, trying to find somebody that committed the crime and get them in jail before they commit more.
We're here processing the scene of a possible murder.
Her death was very suspicious and it's currently being investigated as a homicide.
It all starts here. A man brutally beaten to death in his own apartment. The assailant nowhere to be found.
When we came in, we noticed these blood stains on the wall. You have medium velocity stains, and you also have drip patterns on the wall. And then we also have looks like a fingerprint, just a little bit of ridge detail on this frame here. And inside the bedroom, we have a couple of stains. They just look out of the ordinary.
These highly trained crime scene investigators from the Houston Forensic Science Center's crime scene unit scour the apartment for any evidence that could be scientifically analyzed to help solve a crime.
We're here processing the scene of a possible murder. And once Javier is done documenting the scene, we're going to notify the ME's office, and then they'll send out a trace team because there may be signs of a struggle, and the ME's office will have to actually send out trace investigators or trace technicians to lift any kind of trace evidence.
They're looking for blood spatter, fingerprints, DNA, or anything else that may help solve this crime. In many ways, the crime scene unit is where the work of a forensic laboratory begins. It is these investigators who collect the evidence and distribute it to the different labs for testing. In the end, they also have the capability to reconstruct the crime scene and present it to the jury.
We respond to all murders, infant deaths, suspicious death, industrial accidents, and we process the scene. Processing is photographing, field notes, scene videos, and then if there's evidence to be collected, we collect the evidence at the scene, we package it, and bring it back to the office and process it.
The Houston Forensic Science Center opened its doors in April of 2014. This center was created as an independent forensic operation. It took over the Houston Police Department's crime lab, the crime scene unit, and parts of its identification division. With a staff of 25, the crime scene unit is able to cover all shifts, day and night, documenting crime scenes and collecting evidence. One of the most crucial parts of a crime scene investigator's job is to ensure evidence is collected properly and that the crime scene is completely documented with photos and video.
It's still a very time-consuming job. The idea is to be as meticulous and as systematic as possible in order to make sure that we do everything the same way.
HFSC's crime scene unit is moving toward accreditation, which will verify that investigators operate according to set protocols and standards.
One of the newest upgrades we have is a 3D scanner. The jury can actually feel like they're at the scene.
This year, the crime scene investigators received a new tool purchased by grant money from the Harris County District Attorney's Office and the Houston Police Foundation. It's a state-of-the-art instrument that combines a laser scanner and a digital camera and is capable of capturing three-dimensional measurements and photographs to help reconstruct a crime scene. After the area is documented with the Faro camera, the pictures are downloaded and assembled into a three-dimensional model of the crime scene.
It's going to really give us the ability to put jurors inside of a scene. There was a homeless woman who was found here in a drain pipe several days ago. Her death was very suspicious and it's currently being investigated as a homicide.
In this case, a woman was assaulted and killed. She was then stuffed into a concrete pipe under Interstate Highway 59. While on the other side of town, crime scene investigator Alton Holmes is inspecting vehicles that have been involved in crimes.
Taking photos all the way around the vehicle before I do anything else.
After the photographs are taken, Holmes carefully dusts the pickup truck for prints and swabs for DNA. This truck is part of the evidence in a capital murder case.
Whether or not it's going to be quite enough to actually get it classified and come up with a possible suspect, I don't know, but there is some detail there, and when it's the only print you get off of one, you hope for the best.
The fenced-in property also holds vehicles involved in robberies, sexual assaults, and homicides.
And this allows us to get an angle of the shooter, or at least the gun, whenever the shot was fired.
Investigator Holmes is plotting the trajectory of projectiles that struck this white Cadillac, which is riddled with bullet holes. For many investigators, the day starts like this, filling out paperwork from a previous case that could eventually be part of material presented in court. Once a call drops, it's time to gather gear and head out to the crime scene. Investigator J. Leon hustles to pack his gear and drives to the address where someone has called in a suspicious death. Once on the scene, Leon is charged with taking photographs of the entire area, processing the apartment for evidence. For this team, it's just another day in the office.